There's a whole variety of different equipment and facilities that students have, and most of it is mirrored on our understanding of what is going on in industry through our own practical experiences. The editing software that they use is the same as used in most of the big broadcast stations. It's got a really sophisticated server backbone behind it to allow them to do some quite complex projects, which then can transfer out to live broadcast, either streaming across the internet or eventually through the Oxford cable network is the long-term plan for it. So everything, whenever possible, is always industry standard. In terms of cameras, we have a whole range from broadcast camcorders that the BBC use for documentary filmmaking through to 4K digital film cameras, which they'll use for more advanced narrative and production modules in their final years.
We use the Avid systems. We specifically teach the Avid systems because they're the widest used in industry. Anyone who's doing sound post-production for a major Hollywood movie is probably going to be using the same systems that we have here, the Avid Pro Tools systems. For music recording, we share facilities here and also in our Gypsy Lane campus, where the music department has a number of recording suites also. We have some recording suites here. This is one of them. We have an integrated workflow. We work with some analog technology to teach the basics of workflow in music recording and studio practice to our first year students. And then our second year students move on to the more higher specified digital systems, where we teach Pro Tools, we teach digital workflow, we teach extensive digital sound editing and sound for picture also. We find that this approach allows students to concentrate on the fundamentals in first year, where they can concentrate on mostly with microphone technique and musical acoustics, which are of primary importance when doing music recording. If you don't get the first bit right, then everything else you do down the line is pretty useless. So by concentrating on the primary techniques in the first year, we make sure that everybody moves on to the second year, where we start to do digital sound editing and digital manipulation with a really good grasp of the basics on how to capture sound in the first place. Once that's done, everything else really falls into place within the learning environment. So our second and third year concentrates on digital sound manipulation, digital sound synthesis, digital sound editing, using a variety of software, some of which is commercial software like the Avid Pro Tools and Avid Media Composer for the video students, and some of which is freeware, which we utilize because it means the students can use it at home without having to pay anything extra for the software. And a lot of the audio analysis and acoustic analysis software that we use, for example, for doing acoustic analysis of recording studios, all of that is free software that's easily available on the web.